We're going to wait about 3 more minutes. At 5:05, I will start. And depending how long, usually I don't take questions, but depending on how long, if we end at about 45 minutes with the clearing, then I'll allow 15 minutes for questions. And actually, it's not me, it's my peeps, the Company of Heaven and everyone I work with, that they will be handling that for you. So try and, well, we'll just wait and see what the questions are. If they don't feel like this is the right place to handle a question because there's other people around, then they'll let you know that. Hello, Kate, welcome. Hi, Natalie. Great pick, Natalie. One more minute until 5:05 and we will get started. Oh, by the way, a couple of people from the 11-11 and 12-12 clearing session, they have given me some very nice feedback. So if any of you would like to email me with some feedback of specifics that you experienced, please feel free to do so. Don't feel obligated, just feel free. That's always appreciated. Oh, and one other thing. So it's 5 o'clock here and the sun is supposed to set in about 25 minutes. So I might have to adjust for the light. We'll just do the best that we can. I'm not too worried about the light because after all, the recording will be, I will send that out via audio, not video. Okay, it's 5:05. Yes, and here comes everyone that is going to be working with us tonight. Yes, Saint Germain just came in. Not surprising. And he's just filling the room with his violet light and filling our sacred vessel that we're in with violet light, this transformative light. That's really wonderful. Thank you so much, Saint Germain. Wow, it feels great. Yeah, let's just take a moment and let ourselves be bathed and receive that violet light. All righty. Thank you, Saint Germain. We are grateful. So the 111 portal, it is a gateway like all the other, the 11-11, the 12-12. They are gateways to other spiritual dimensions. And this one is happening when it's a new moon in Capricorn. Now, I'm not going to get into explaining all of this like I have in other videos that we've done, other clearing sessions. I just want to get to, this is really what it's all about, or this is the opportunity to tap into, and let's clear any blocks that we may have to doing that. So this spiritual dimension that we are able to tap into, the new moon in Capricorn, it's going to help us to, with our our continued spiritual reawakening, continued spiritual insights, and enlightenment. Now, this is all, the 11-11, 12-12, and 111 are all in alignment with helping us to manifest our divine purpose and our divine power to do that, our life purpose, our life power. Matter of fact, 1/11/2024 numerology, it breaks down to the power number of 11, which is a master number of spiritual awakening and enlightenment. And it has to do with knowing our soul's mission and living our life's purpose. Okay. Now, it's also the planet of Pluto is very present at this time also. And Pluto is basically, keeping it simple, just amping up the vibration of 11. So all of this wonderful astrological and energetic portals and infusion of energy coming in, they're all about helping us to really step into our personal power, our personal sovereignty, and to become our best selves and fulfill our life purpose and our soul mission. And that's, for people who contact me, that's what a lot of people want. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start with grounding. Because as these body vessels take in more energy, this very high level, high vibrational energy, it's a lot for them to handle. And so we need to keep these body vessels very grounded. So let's take a moment, and hopefully you're sitting or lying someplace very comfortable. And your feet are on the ground, ideally, and back is straight, ideally. And let's take a moment, and I invite you to close your eyes or look down at the ground. And let's place our hands on our hearts. And take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, drop out of the busyness of our heart, our minds, and drop into our heart centers. This is where our greatest wisdom lies. That's it. Good job. And another deep breath in. And exhale, relaxing more and more into our heart centers and into our bodies. Let's inhale and breathe in the wisdom of the universe into our heart centers, and exhale, embed it in the heart center. Let's take a couple more breaths so we can just feel that embed into our beings. And again, inhale, exhale. Very nice. Very nice. Now let's take our awareness down to our first chakra. That would be at our perineum and our groin. And let's let a grounding cord drop down to the center of the earth. Envisioning that in the center of the earth is Grandmother Gaia. And she's standing on a heart-shaped, multifaceted, iridescent crystal, welcoming our grounding cord, welcoming us. And let that grounding cord wrap around and enter in and anchor into that multifaceted crystal. And let's take a moment and let ourselves slide down that pole and greet Grandmother Gaia, who is waiting there with her arms wide open, wrapping them around us, welcoming us with so much love and support and wisdom, telling us how happy she is that we are present with her today. And just take a deep breath in and let ourselves receive that love and support, wisdom and guidance. And then exhale. And we're just going to take about another 30 seconds to just hang out with her and just receive that beautiful love. And one of the things that grounding can bring forth for many of us is a feeling of safety. So see if you can open your heart and receive that safety. The protection Grandmother Gaia is providing with the grounding. There, good, good. Now, let's bring our attention back to the first energy center and let yourself spread two grounding cords out to the hips and then down the legs, out the feet chakras, and all the way down to join at the original cord down to the iridescent crystal, wrapping around it, embedding in it. And now let's let one more cord from our a wrap around our waist and drop down to that beautiful heart-shaped iridescent crystal. And allow ourselves to feel those magnificent grounding cords pulling us firmly and securely so we can feel safe and supported into Grandmother Gaia's realm and her protection and her love. And now imagine that there is a sheath of grounding that is being placed over you. You can barely tell it's there, but you feel it enough that you feel that your whole body is being grounded to the earth and is being protected. And now imagine, visualize the beautiful red California sequoias and how big and huge and powerful they are and the size of their roots. Imagine yourself encircled in those, and they're coming up and building a canopy of safety and grounding around your auric field. And now the most magnificent, fragrant rose bushes. Let's intersperse those amidst the redwood trees. Allow yourself to smell the fragrance of the forest and the roses. Very nice, everyone. Very nice. So we're all very well grounded now. And staying in your heart center and staying connected to Grandmother Gaia and her multifaceted crystal, you can slowly open your eyes if you'd like to, feeling safe and grounded. Good, good, good. Nice job, everyone. Now, in previous, the 11:11 and 12:12, we talked about the importance of being really clear on 3 to 5 intentions or goals or desires that you wanted to create in this upcoming year. And, and Spirit encouraged us to be, look, go big, stop playing small, go big, dream your biggest dreams. So if you haven't done that already, just take a moment to ask yourself, what do I want to build for 2024? What do I want to become in 2024? And how do I want to feel in 2024? All righty. So now, other than grounding, the other message Spirit brought in very loudly was you also need to do self-care. Most of us who are going to be receiving this session are highly sensitive people. And we need to not only keep our body vessels very well grounded, but we need to do a lot of self-care because, again, there's so much energy coming in. Plus, we tend to work with people and take on other people's energies. So we need to stay clear, take care of ourselves first, and then what's left over. And trust me, there will be plenty left over for you to do your work with others. Ah, yes, yes, yes. And then the other thing was that whatever we do, if it's meditation, self-care, grounding, whatever else we bring to the table, breath work, tapping, whatever it is, Spirit made it very clear, do it as consistently as possible because that will make it more powerful. I don't think that needs to be explained. Anything done with consistency is always more powerful than if we do a hit and a miss. Okay. Okay, they're trying to tell me something. Oh, yes, yes. So consistency, my consistency wasn't to the level that I wanted it. So I did some more clearing for myself around that and some prayer work around that. And this morning I woke up 11:11 and I'm like, I said, I am not going to anything until I have totally fed myself. I have done my prayer work. Well, I've had my first cup of coffee first, and then I do my prayer work and I go into my meditation. And if I feel like I want to journal, I do my journaling. But I made myself a promise I wasn't going to do anything until I took care of me first. And of course, my partner comes along and he goes, this is real important. I need you to read this and I need you to give me your feedback on this. And I said, nope, I can't. Give me 15 to 20 minutes, then you can have it. But right now, I'm going to go meditate. I was so proud of myself to doing that because a lot of times I will give that up. So I was very pleased that I drew that boundary, and he was very gracious about it. And I must say, it wasn't about him. It was about me honoring myself, me honoring my self-care. That sometimes that can get weak for me. All right, anything? Now, one of the other things that regarding a lot of these portals are about prosperity, increase in all of this stuff, prosperity. And Spirit told me to remind you that prosperity is not just about money. Prosperity can be about an increase in your creativity, an increase in your resources, an increase in guidance, and an increase in support and love and an increase in health. So whatever you want to have an increase of in your life, that's a form of prosperity. Okay, so now we are going to get started with clearing some of the blocks. And I want to take a moment and make sure that everyone who wants to come in energetically is here energetically. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Saint Germain standing right here, blazing that violet ray. Okay, so again, we are not clearing individual blocks, we're clearing collective blocks. So all of us are holding blocks to receiving this energy on every level of our being. So we're going to go in and clear that. We're going to clear and turn on love of life and clear and turn on abundance. And we're going to clear and turn off frustration. Now we're going to go to blocks to doing, blocks to doing. And Saint Germain is whispering patience and follow through and consistency, that we all have blocks to being patient with the process, blocks to being consistent in our visualization, our prayers, our meditation, our tapping, our breath work, whatever we're doing. And then blocks to taking action. So we're going to go in and clear around those. And now we also have collective blocks to receiving and allowing and deserving. Very, very common for light workers to have those blocks because we've had so many incarnations of religiosity is the best word I can find right now, but being part of religious programs that asked us to take vows, and so we took them, of limitation, vows to not receive good things, and vows of not allowing good things to happen, and vows of not deserving. Yeah. So because some religions believed that you needed to keep yourself small and give everything to God. And because that's how you showed that you earned God's love and support and you could go to heaven. But we know that that's not the true God, but you know, those vows are still there, so we need to get rid of them. Oh, and for those of us who are the worriers in the crowd, we're clearing we're worry and replacing it with courage and peace. And now there are blocks, collective blocks to easily processing and assimilating all of this energy that's coming in to help us. Not only in our body vessel, but just every single aspect of our being has some of those blocks. So let's go in and identify them so that, you know, because we're the ones who created those blocks. Spirit didn't create those blocks. We created those blocks, and Spirit wants everything to be kissed, keeping it simple in Spirit. So let's kiss this. We're going to replace worry with patience and courage and peace. And there's the energy of narcissism and illness and helplessness and apathy. And let's clear, remove, and replace. That energy is left over from incarnations where we felt undeserving about stepping into our power and receiving and allowing. And we felt undeserving of God's love, undeserving of prosperity. And actually the narcissism energy was the energy of those who asked us to take those vows. Okay. The next thing we're going to go is there's blocks to feeling and visualizing. And again, Saint Germain wants me to reiterate, do this as consistently as you can. Make that a priority. Consistencies is making consistency a priority. So let's clear blocks that we may have to that. Okay, so there's a loss of hearing God. So let's clear that. Oh, that's, yeah, again, we were told to take vows. We were basically coerced to take vows that disconnected us from our God selves. Want to go here? Yes. Okay. 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 Now we also have, we're going to blocks to having an open heart, because when you co-create, when you create from an open heart, from that space of connection with the divine, connection with the oneness, with yourself, with love, when you create from there, it's so much more Archangel, I was not Archangel, Saint Germain is saying it is so much more rewarding and potent, because it's got that juicy energy that's a part of it instead of the ego energy. So let's go in and clear blocks to having an open heart for the purpose of creation. Now, there's also collective blocks to relaxing into life. Oh, yeah, let's clear those. Who doesn't want to relax into life? Wow. You know, what they're saying is so many have experienced trauma, not only in other incarnations, but in just this one life, and especially in childhood. And so many of us, we're walking around like this because of that. And it's hard when we're walking around like this, it's hard for us to relax into life. When we relax into life, we get into a state of flow, like a river. And it's so much easier for the universe to work with us and co-create from that relaxed energy than this. This is a form of contraction. You hold yourself and you don't breathe very well. And also not just from trauma, like maybe we were abused as children or whatever, but also about a lot of the programming that we received. I'm an older woman, and I remember part of my programming as an adult coming out of college and starting a career and such. And it's like they the Superwoman. Remember Superwoman? They think it was even on Newsweek or Time magazine that had this woman with a man's suit, but it was like a woman's suit, but it was meant to be a man's suit, and a little tie instead of a bow tie, and her briefcase in one hand and her child in the other. And we all know now, wow, that was a lot of stress. That was a lot of stress. But we were heavily programmed into that. Whose idea was that? I don't know. But stress, yeah, that's going to keep you from relaxing into your life. Okay, so we've got 24 past lives the soul doesn't want to look at for us collectively that are blocking us from relaxing into life on a deeper level. And there's some more worry. We're going to clear and replace that with patience and courage and peace. I'm missing something, aren't I? I can feel it. What is it? We've taken some vows. Vows of unworthiness, vows of not allowing ourselves to relax into life. So can we revoke, eliminate, and replace? Let's do so. And vows creating lack of self-value. So let's revoke, eliminate, and replace those. Are there any hidden vows? Are there any heart vows? Yeah, there are heart vows. How many? 15 digits of heart vows. That's a lot. Let's go find out what they are and clear them. So those will really create blocks. Okay, let's revoke, eliminate, and replace. Bring that back to me. They just said something important and I lost it. Yeah, loss of hearing, God got in the way, clear, remove, and replace. Okay, Holy Spirit, clear and harmonize the etheric, first astral, spiritual, living soul, and Christ bodies. Now, okay, we're going to come back to those, but relaxing into life, but also what occurred in those 24 past lives are blocks to trusting and having faith in the universe and receiving the gifts of the universe. Oh, wow. Okay. So, yeah. So, in the 11:11 and 12:12, Spirit talked with us about how, you really need to have a lot of trust and faith in the universe because the universe, God, Spirit, Source, it's like this is your birthright. to create your dreams. You are a magnificent co-creator with spirit. It's just that in so many incarnations into the human realm with the ego, these are called human miscreations, human miscreations. And so we created the vows and the contracts and the limiting beliefs, perceptions, and judgments, and on and on and on, to tell us and have us believe that you can't trust and have faith in the universe, or that you're not supposed to. They're showing me, it's like I'm getting this visual of like an amoeba, and it's not a good energy amoeba. It's the opposite of that. And it's got tentacles that are coming out and reaching into a lot of, well, parts of us, and having us believe things that are not true, So let's go in and get rid of that. So there are limiting beliefs, perceptions, and judgments. We've got 8 layers of those. Okay, so 8 layers, 8 digits of layers? No, just 8 layers. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So basically we've got, tell you how many real quick. Yeah, 120 limiting beliefs, perceptions, and judgments that are in the conscious and subconscious mind that are keeping us from trusting and having faith in the universe and keeping us from receiving. So let's go to the first lifetime. The first layer was created, and we'll get rid of that. And that has the energy of despair and self-destruction. So let's clear, remove, and replace with the opposite energy from God's highest dictionary. And then we're going to go to the second layer. And that's got the energy of trauma in it. And self-centeredness, clear, remove, and replace. Third layer. Self-limitation, self-judgment, despair, and self-destruction. And the fourth layer. Yeah, so narcissistic traits. These were not ours. These were, let's clear, remove, and replace. Was that the fifth? Those were whomever created the human miscreation in the form of limiting beliefs, perceptions, and judgments, and got us to buy into them. And then the sixth layer. Yeah, despair and self-destruction. Clear, remove, and replace. And the seventh layer, this is interesting. This is an identification program. And an identification program they don't come up very often. So when they do, I like to point them out. It's a belief that you share a particular trait with someone, but in fact, you really don't. You just think you do. And that will drive a lot. Okay, so it's kind of like a child who receives, as all children do, programming from their parents or one parent or another parent. And it's a belief the parent has, the child's not meant to have it, but the child then takes it on because of the programming going on. And then how the child can set themselves free is by later on in life questioning the programming that was given to them. So let's go. And the last layer, yeah, is self-destruction. Okay. So like the message Spirit keeps saying with the 1111, the 1212, the 111, all the extra energy coming in to help us, etc. And the message is dream big, dream your biggest dreams, you know, etc., etc. And yet so many of us are still playing small. And there's, so pay attention to your goals or your desires or what you want to manifest. Are they your biggest dreams? Or are you holding back because of all these limiting beliefs, perceptions, and judgments that we received in this lifetime and other lifetimes about regarding the programming is, oh, don't be too pretty. Other women will be jealous and they'll talk about you. Don't be too smart. That could keep people away from you. They'll feel intimidated by you. Oh, you know, you get the picture. And what they keep showing me, excuse me one moment. They keep showing me Marianne Williamson's prayer, our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. And this is where they're like neon sign. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous? Because some of us, if not many of us, got the message, well, who do you think you are? And actually, who are you not to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There's nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. Now, part of that from the subconscious point of view, like what we'd like to write that sentence to be is, you know, there's nothing enlightened about shrinking so that you won't be harmed for using your gifts and talents again, because many of us were harmed in other incarnations for using our gifts and talents. But now's the time to bring them forth, to play big, to not be small anymore, because we're not going to be harmed in this lifetime. Okay. So part of how we create is we feel we visualize what we want, and then we feel what it feels like when it manifests, when we want it to manifest. And part of how you bring that forth is through your thoughts, your words, your choices, and your actions now. It's like whenever you think about it, visualize it, feel it, and then let your thoughts, actions, words, and choices get in alignment and drive that. So there's blocks to that. It's interesting because what they're showing me is that a lot of us want our dreams and our desires, et cetera, but we're stopping short in the follow through. Loss of hearing God. Let's clear that again. And, I can identify with that because today, again, it was like spirits like, I want you to do this. I want you to do this. And I thought about 5 other things I could have been doing that I would have preferred to do, but spirit kept going, walk your talk, walk your talk. Like, okay, okay. Yeah. Someone on this call, is it more than one person? Someone who is in the room with us now. And they're wanting me to say this because they are confident they'll know who this is. They have the gift of claircognizance, which is the gift of inner knowing. Oh. Oops. Okay, let me come back to that. The gift of inner know, that gut feel. And you're only at 60%, and they want to clear you up to trusting it 100%. So we're going to do that because then that has to do with something for the collective of us. Okay, so whoever that is, what percentage is the field clear so they can trust their gut feel, their inner knowing 100%? 100%. Will it hold? Yes. Now, that was important because Spirit's saying something else that's going on for those of us who are in the call now and will be listening to this recorded session. As we go into expansion, and for many of us, this is expansion. It can trigger certain things in our cellular memory, and it can also ask us to use our gifts at a greater level for ourselves and others. And because of things that are in the Akashic records, having memories of when that didn't turn out well, those are going to ignite and come forward and show. And so we may find ourselves not trusting our gifts as much as we have in the past, or finding our gifts going into expansion and becoming more powerful, but then we want to pull back because that's scary for us and we may not know why. And so that's what we're going to clear, because right now, before 11-11, 12-12, and 1-11, we were at 100%. But then as we thought about what we wanted to do and create in 2024, it dropped down to 50 to 60% for a lot of us. So we're going to go in and we're going to clear that back up to 100%. So everyone can have trust and faith and confidence in their gifts. It's like, you've got this. You've got everything you need. You are that good. You are that powerful. Just remember to stay humble about it. Okay, and to what percentage is the field? Will it hold? Yes. Okay, so that's got cleared up to 100% and that will hold. So Spirit's saying and Saint Germain is echoing. It's like, don't be surprised if you see your gifts getting stronger and having more creative ways and to use them to help yourself and help others. And watch them bloom and grow. Who is this? Archangel Michael. Watch them, and Jesus, watch them bloom and grow in a new way. Is the soul hiding anything or lying or sticky issues? Okay. Oh, so I have this on my desk. I have this card and it says, it is safe to lead. It is safe to be seen. And Spirit kept poking at me about that and saying, where we can block ourselves is when it says it is safe to lead. That can create a lot of blocks come up because many of us cannot feel comfortable leading. Oh, I have to lead other people. Oh, I have to lead to accomplish something. Oh, you know, and Spirit's like, no, there are many facets of leadership, starting with just leadership of self. Leadership of self is important in this because that's where we get the consistency that they're asking for, the level of commitment that they're asking us to make if we want to accomplish what we want to accomplish. You know, it's like Spirit's like, well, if you don't do it consistently, that's fine. I'm not going to be upset, but you're going to be upset because then you're going to wonder, why can't you have what you want? So self-leadership. Now, if it's meant for you to lead other people and you're comfortable with that, great. But don't let the word leadership intimidate you if that shows itself to you, because there are different types of leadership. Please find the one that feels right to you right now. And again, come from the heart center, not the ego. All righty. Are there any healing patterns to apply? No. Okay. So, are we complete for today? Yes, we're complete for the day. Spirit, can you integrate this clearing and healing in 0 time? Please do so. And how many days, hours, or minutes? Ooh, just hours, guys. 6 to 7 hours to integrate. We're going to go to bed and hopefully we'll all sleep well tonight, because in 6 to 7 hours, this is going to be integrated. All righty. So it's been almost an hour, but Spirit's like, hey, take another 5 to 10 minutes if you want to. If you guys, anybody has to leave, that's fine. But if anybody has any questions or wants, to ask it, yeah, if anybody has any questions, go ahead and put them in the chat and we will take a look at them. I'm going to make a suggestion. If anyone has a desire or a goal or something that they want to create for 2024, but you're not sure that it's accurate, or you're not sure you're in 100% alignment with it, if you feel comfortable in front of everyone to put that in the chat, that one in the chat, I'll check on that for you. I'm almost done closing us down energetically. Good. And I don't see any questions or, oh, there's one in the chat, but I'm not seeing it. Hold on. Sorry about that. There we go. Okay. So to be more confident in leading and teaching groups. Okay. What percent accuracy is that for that client? 100%. And to what percent of alignment is she in it? Only 10% alignment. So let's see if we can take you up to 100 pretty quickly here. And to what percentage is she in alignment with it now? 100%. Will it hold in her conscious and subconscious mind? Yep. There you go. Good. You're 100%. Next one. To be more confident in public speaking in larger forums with my career. Okay, what percent accurate that says that that's an appropriate desire and goal for her in 2024? Yeah, 100%. And to what percentage is she in alignment with it? Okay, and not in alignment with it. So I could feel that when I was asking the question and posing it to Spirit. Yeah, that I can't clear you to 100 because I can feel there's a lot of stuff in the heart center and the back, and also that in the throat that I can't just quickly do it. There's stuff there. Okay. Sorry to disappoint. Okay. And on my journey of healing, I've been faced with a lot of stress and conflict from my family, relatives. I am not sure if I need to rebuild these, set boundaries and keep, ooh, that's a big one. That's a big one, Danielle. Yeah, I'm sorry, hon. That's a multifaceted one that would require a session for us to go in and take a look at, and talk with you about so that you could make those decisions. You could make informed decisions and see what feels comfortable to you. And, let me just say where that's concerned, it's common. Sometimes, a lot of times when we step into our power, and we start believing or seeing or acting differently than our old codependent selves, our families, they rebel. So, okay. We'll see if anybody else has anything, and then we'll say goodnight. Thank you all so much for joining us. Saint Germain, he's bowing like this and he's throwing, it's like he's throwing purple spiritual confetti all over. It's really fun. He threw some gold in there too. I like the gold. Yeah. Purple and gold. Yeah. And then he's bowing in gratitude for us coming together to do this work. And And he and Spirit are saying, remember to keep it fun. Remember to kiss it. Keep it simple in spirit and have it be fun. And find the humor in situations. Look for the humor in situations. Don't take it all so seriously, which many of us, including me, tend to do. All righty? All righty. Thank you so much, everyone. I will send out I'll send out a link. Oh, I'm going to send out a link to the video on YouTube. So you'll be getting that probably tomorrow in your email. And yeah, you can listen to it for in about, let's see, in 2 days. If you want to listen to it again, you can. Let yourself fully assimilate what we did today. Okay, much love to you. Bye.